Super Media Bros podcast is a founding member of the OddPods Media Network.
Super Media Bros.
I'd actually like to see this movie on mushrooms or like LSD or some shit.
You got any?
Unfortunately, I don't.
Yeah, me neither.
Well, that's definitely not how you celebrate a big number. Welcome to episode 250
Oh my god.
of the Super Media Bros podcast. I'm Richie.
I'm Devin, and we're fucking old?
Very old. 250 episodes old.
Dude, what the fuck?
This past September was the 6-year mark.
Oh my god.
Yeah, this podcast will be 7 years old next September.
Hold on, that implies, let's see. God damn, I've probably known you.
You've literally known me since 2015.
My guy, you're old.
Oh, I know. And we continue on with Rage in the Nic Cage November, where we feature Nicolas Cage in wrestling. So this week is Nicolas Cage. Devin, what are we talking about today?
We're doing Color Out of Space.
Fuck yeah, we are. Nicolas Cage is like, dude, what can't he do?
Apparently play a live action Superman. But, you know, that's neither here nor there.
It will, yeah. And with that being said, rest in peace, Kevin Conroy.
I was trying to find a segue. Yeah, no. Kind of a sour note to begin our episode on, but yeah, rest in peace, my dude. Like, you created my childhood, my teenage years, adolescence, and adulthood even, so thank you.
Yeah, no shit. Very well said. And we say that because, like, it's true. Nicolas Cage was almost Superman.
Yeah.
There's actually an entire fucking documentary dedicated to the failure of that project.
Which was done by Schnepp, and he is no longer with us as well, so now I'm double depressed.
I guess we could keep this fucking double depresso espresso train rolling, because Color Out of Space is definitely not a happy movie.
No! Like, what the fuck are we doing right now?
We're doing a fucking sci-fi Lovecraftian horror film. That's what we're doing.
On God.
Look, this movie dropped right at the probably tail end of the era of Nic Cage, where he was just taking roles just to pay his debt.
Mm-hmm.
This is not one of those movies for me. I feel like stuff like this and Mandy are like, Nic Cage loves acting. Like, let's get that out of the way. He loves acting, but let's be honest at the same time and be like, okay, he's taking movies to pay the bills, and then he's letting his artistic, creative side spew forth.
Mm-hmm.
Mandy, first of all, we covered that last year. That is a fucking phenomenal movie. And
absolutely.
If you haven't seen it, check it out. Now, a lot of people, I remember when that episode came out, it was Mandy versus Drive Angry. Now, a lot of people were like, why didn't you talk about Color Out of Space? Really and truly, in a cult cinema showdown setting, what the fuck do you put this against?
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of unique in its own way. A lot of people were thinking this and Mandy would go together, but only visually speaking, because there was more, quote, plot to be had, I guess, in this.
Yeah, it's the color scheme and the cinematography. Like, I can definitely see why you would put it with Mandy. Just, like, plot-wise, Drive Angry kind of fit the bill, but this was fucking fire.
You know, Richard Stanley did this, right? The guy that directed The Island of Dr. Moreau.
Really?
Yeah.
No, I didn't know that.
Yeah. This is his only feature film since he was fired from that movie.
No shit.
Yeah, and in fact, there's like, to go on a documentary trip, like, there's an entire documentary based on that as well, and it's a cult film. Like, it really is. It's like it's an H.G. Wells adaptation, which again, like, it's neat that there's that connection where he's like, well, let me try Lovecraft instead of this guy. So this movie, like we said, is more of a color ride. Like, really, like, it's a visual trip.
Oh, dude. So I have like a bunch of LED lights all around the ceiling of my house.
Yeah.
Like in the living room. Bruh, I found the perfect shading of purple that suited the movie. Like, it's the exact same shading. That made just the aura and everything just so fucking crisp.
I can totally see vibing onto that shit, because especially with like the cinematography, like we were speaking about.
Oh my God, it's so gorgeous.
Yeah, and I mean, okay, so the plot of the movie is that Nathan Gardner, who is played by Nicolas Cage, takes his family to the farm of his dad, who has passed away. And you can tell that there's like some, not shitty, but really like cracks in the surface trouble with the family and shit. And it's basically coming off of the fact that his wife had a mastectomy, like she had a breast removed and shit. And so like they try to like, you know, have sex and shit, because he's like, it's been 6 months or whatever. And like, because she's insecure or whatever. And she's like, oh, how can you still love me? And he's just like, you know, well, I am a leg man or whatever. And she was like, well, if I cut my legs off, would you still love me? And he's like, kinky, but yeah, I could pack you up in my little suitcase and take you wherever I wanted you and do what I want with you. I was like, oh my God.
Only Nic Cage can say that shit and not get canceled.
Yeah. It was still fucking funny though. But like, they go and there's, you know, colors and all this other shit. And you're like, what the fuck's going on? And it's a fucking meteor. The things that, okay, granted, like, this was all, you know, out of this book and shit like that. But when I see stuff like this, the way it was visually shot, the color palette, there were some homages to other horror films that we'll get to, like, once we're in here. But this felt like The Blob when the fucking meteor hits.
Yeah, I saw The Blob, The Thing. I saw, like, all kinds of shit, man. Like, it was honestly really well done, too.
Yeah, and, like, this meteor kind of gives off this phenomena or whatever, but it all is in this color palette. Like, if you see the movie poster, how it's deep blues and pinks and purples and shit, like, that's kind of what this does. And it starts fucking with the farm. Like, it on the surface, they see their crops like growing. They basically start like seeing like visually, oh my God, like all this is like, you know, we need this, like it's growing all this shit, it's stuff we can harvest and everything, but nothing is like good.
Right.
Like at one point, Nick is eating these vegetables that he pulled and they all taste like shit. And they start talking about how like the water starts tasting weird and all this other shit.
The
like
ice starts to like have like that sort of acrylic look to it.
Yeah. That's to be so fucked up. Like it's a horror movie, but it's because it replaced their ice with fake ice.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know why that's funny, but like why? Like,
it's
of all
the weed,
the things.
that's why it's funny.
Yeah, shut up. But really, truly, there's a lot of shit that goes on in this. And this is more of a discussion about the visual aspect and the cinematography and like some of the rage cage moments in here. Because let's be honest, dude, fucking this has a couple of the best ones that I've personally fucking seen.
Yeah, dude. And it's all because it's like believable rages.
Yeah, dude. Okay, so the movie focuses on each family member becomes a little, I don't want to use the term possessed because let's be honest.
No, I wouldn't say that. It's, if anything, would you consider this to be a psychological horror?
Somewhat. There's psych horror, there's body horror, but I mean, really,
I don't know what you classify this
it's
as.
Cosmic horror, honestly. Like, that's really kind of, I mean, it's Lovecraftian. Like, it's literally like Lovecraftian.
That's kind of its own genre, really.
Yeah, and I mean, it's, you know, incomprehensible elements and shit like that, which, because it doesn't really explain what this entity or thing is fully. We get hints that the daughter is like, you know, practicing witchcraft and shit.
Yeah.
Because I mean, you were talking about how like she did that one spell and you're like, I guess it fucking worked or whatever the fuck.
Yeah, at the very end, it technically worked. Like, did she not like want to be protected from all of this?
Right.
Technically, she never got infected. Didn't really work out the way she planned, but it worked somewhat.
Right. And like with this family being on the farm, there's also a hydrologist. Like the outsider, Ward Phillips, like the dude who's just like, oh, I'm just surveying, and like he starts kind of flirting with Lavinia or whatever, and this poor bastard just gets sucked into literally all of the cosmic and actual family drama happening.
Man had fuck all to do with any of it.
And he just got sucked right in, all because he was just like, hey, there's some booty here.
Yeah. We've all been there.
We have. We really have. We've been sucked in. Literally, we've been sucked in by the pussy. Like, I promise. This man's is no different. He's like, I'm a hydrologist, and we've been to see how wet it's going to be down there.
You bold, boy.
I know. Wouldn't that be a fucked up way in that profession? That is your opening pickup line.
Oh, my God.
Exactly. Exactly. So, over the course of the film, fucked up shit happens. Not the least of which is the fact that his poor fucking wife, who is already like self-conscious, gets merged with their youngest son by way of this force that essentially attacks. This is where the whole body horror element bit starts to come in. I mean, not the least is the fucking alpacas whenever they get all turned into that thing-like creature. And
well, not even just that, but this is also the psychological horror is they repeatedly said, no, I got the alpacas, and then they just come out. They're back out. Like, time is being fucked with, basically.
Right. Yep.
You know, like, they did it, but in the timeline, they didn't.
Yeah, and because that's another thing I did forget, like, is that's an element here, too. They're all confused. Nothing is as it seems. Shit's displaced. Damn near everybody is fucking dead at one point in this movie. Like, just spoilers abound. But everybody fucking dies in this movie. Like, I'm not shitting you. Like, the way they die is really fucked up, too, man.
The fuck?
What?
Just the way you said it.
Just everybody.
Just the most plain Jane way you could have said, yeah, just everybody dies.
That's true. Everybody fucking dies in this movie, but like how they fucking die, really. It's kind of sad, though, because like the wife gets all fucked up and merged with their youngest kid and shit. And she starts forming in this like grotesque fucking creature who craves human blood at this point. So Nic Cage does what any loving husband would do, and he tries to go feed their eldest daughter to her.
Not before contemplating shooting the wife in the fucking cranium.
Until he fucking sees her nasty, wet, gaping mouth hole that he decided to kiss, and then you almost vomit if you have HD and you're watching this sequence, because like there is just spittle trail happening, and it's that nasty unchapsticked lip, you're dying like face. Just
I really want to know what they used for that.
I don't. I kind of don't want to know, dude. It's fucking disgusting. Just the sounds that it made. Oh, God. He's like,
that's what good pussy sound like.
Oh, this didn't sound like no fucking mac and cheese, dude. This was some. This ain't it, Chief.
Speaking of, so this is totally off topic, but some of our audience knows us personally, and if they know me, they know that I'm like really into weird foods. You know how I found that mac and cheese flavored ice cream and ordered it from New Zealand and had it shipped over to my house?
Yes.
That same brand is now in Walmart, and I found sweet potato marshmallow casserole ice cream.
That sounds amazing.
Dude, it's ridiculously accurate. Like, it tastes just like that.
Man.
And it has actual clumps of marshmallows in it. And I found pumpkin pie cinnamon rolls.
See, that sounds good, too.
And it's the ice cream, right? Again, ridiculously accurate. So if you guys want to get on that, they have it right now. I've already also tried the pizza flavor, and it's fucking fire.
Sweet. It's never too early to play holiday music, and it's never too early to start thinking about gifts. Whether it's for a friend or the friends in your pants, you can make this a season to be jolly about with Manscaped. Do your little drummer boy a favor and use the Lawnmower 4.0 to avoid another silent night in the bedroom. Then you can add in Manscaped's top-of-the-line shower products to have people thinking, all I want for Christmas is you. Santa cares about his sack, and frankly, so should you. Look nice when you get naughty by going to manscaped.com using our code SUPER for free shipping and 20% off. Manscaped's Platinum Package 4.0 is the one-stop shop for the man who deserves it all. It's got everything needed to help you deck the halls from your face to your balls just in time for mistletoe season. The Platinum Package has every product from the best-selling Performance Package, plus the Ultra Premium Body Wash, the Ultra Premium 2-in-1 Shampoo and Conditioner, and the Ultra Premium Deodorant. It's the best way to smell fresh from your Santa hat to your candy cane. The Lawnmower 4.0 Body Trimmer and the Weed Whacker Nose and Ear Hair Trimmer are both designed to protect your delicate presence. Plus, they're both waterproof, so there's no issue clearing the snow out of your driveway. There's also a 4000K LED light on it so that you can light the way just like Rudolph. And now that you've groomed your candy cane, it's time to make sure that you don't smell like a reindeer with the Platinum Package's shower products. All of Manscaped shower gear is sulfate-free, vegan, and it's made to have your skin feeling hydrated and smelling fresh. But smelling good does not stop at the shower. The Crop Preserver Ball Deodorant and Crop Reviver Ball Toner can solve all the stank problems all day long. Once they touch your sack, you'll never go back. The Platinum Package 4.0 sitting under the Christmas tree is guaranteed to put anybody in the holiday spirit. And for the perfect stocking stuffer, add the brand new Body Buffer. Yes, a body buffer. It's an incredible body scrubber that makes exfoliating easy, and it's a lot cleaner than that nasty old loofah. Jingle your balls and get 20% off plus free shipping with our code SUPER at manscaped.com. That's 20% off plus free shipping at manscaped.com using our code SUPER. Get ready for the holidays and deck your balls. Hey, there's no better way to spread holiday cheer than by upgrading your style for all to hear. If you're not familiar with Vincero yet, they make exceptionally crafted and stylish watches at affordable prices. Other premium handcrafted watches just don't fit the everyday person's budget. You can finally own a high quality and lasting timepiece without going broke. So if you're looking for the perfect holiday gift to help elevate your style or someone you love, save 20% off plus free shipping site-wide with our exclusive link, www.vincerocollective.com/super. That's vincerocollective.com/super. Now you may be asking yourself, who are Vincero? Well, Vincero Collective is a premium lifestyle brand based out of San Diego that also makes high quality and affordable sunglasses, jewelry, and much more. Trust us when we say the sunglasses are definitely out of this world. Shades on is not just a catchphrase for us. Vincero's goal is to help the everyday person accessorize their outfits with premium products at a price that makes total sense. Everything is designed in-house, sourced from their own materials, and they produce it in small batches. They're committed to doing things well or just not at all. For all the boss men and women out there, the watches are a must. They can elevate your look with a twist of the wrist. Made with surgical-grade stainless steel, durable silicone, and Italian marble straps, these sleek modern watches come with reliable automatic and Japanese quartz movements. Again, their sunglasses? Amazing. They come polarized with handcrafted frames and so many styles to choose from. They're also changing the luggage game. They just launched their commuter bag, which is a fantastic bag. I actually have this and I will be using it for future travels. This is the ultimate travel bag specifically designed for somebody that likes to look good while traveling. And the product is made of 100% recycled nylon material, so it's very lightweight and you can support a sustainable cause. The thing I actually like the most is the pass-through strap. So you can actually sit it on top of your suitcase hands-free. It's a traveling game changer. And if you're worried that somebody won't like this gift, it's not even a problem. Whether you need to return it or swap it, there is a 5-year guarantee and a 365-day free return policy that's got you covered. So whether it's a gift for yourself or somebody in your life, add Vincero to the top of your wish list. Get 20% off plus free shipping site-wide with our exclusive link, www.vincerocollective.com/super. Again, you can support our show and check these guys out at vincerocollective.com/super. Look good, feel good, and save big this holiday season with Vincero.
Hi, I'm Tina Jaramillo.
And I'm Hillary Doherty.
And we host the Muck Podcast, where we discuss the dark and sometimes weird true stories in American politics.
Hey, Tina, did you know that Elvis crashed the Nixon White House for the sole purpose of getting a DEA badge? And it worked?
What? Or how a gun control advocate senator out of California engaged in gun trafficking with notorious gang leader Shrimp Boy?
Shrimp Boy, I remember him. Okay, so, we cover all of that and more from maladies, madness, mischief, and murder in U.S. politics.
And we also host a bi-weekly interview segment called Lil Muck.
We interview politicians, journalists, activists, and others who share their experiences in politics.
Find the Muck Podcast wherever you listen to podcasts and check us out on social media at the Muck Podcast.
Let's get back to the movie.
Okay. Yeah, so her mouth is definitely not fucking mac and cheese. It is just fucking disgusting. And the fact that this man, which I get it. This scene is sort of meant to be really it's sort of meant to be a little bit sad, but also a little bit deranged in a way.
Yeah, that's what I got out of it.
Where for a split moment, you feel sorry for him because it's fuck, he's about to shoot his wife and he doesn't fucking want to do it. But then he gets this weird, he's like, I just kind of want to fuck a mutanoid.
Just flips her over.
So all the animals get fucked up in this movie too. While we're at the fucked up conversation, pieces, the animals get fucked with in this movie pretty fucking bad. Nic Cage looked at these fucking alpacas and he was like, I'm about to alpaca your ass full of fucking lead right now with his shotgun.
Bruh, I felt so bad, but it's also kind of funny because you kept mentioning Napoleon Dynamite.
Yeah, dude, I fucking swear to God, something's wrong with the alpacas. What's going on with the alpacas? They're screaming, and they're screaming because fucking Napoleon Dynamite is out there. Tina, you fat lard, come get some dinner.
Eat the food.
Tina, eat the food. The food! There's just no way to go about it. The animals get fucked with, and fucking finally Nathan goes back in and fucking shoots his wife and kid. Oh, but only after it damn near eats Lavinia, and he just rolls in there and shoots her.
And then says, they weren't my family.
Yeah, very happily. He's probably like, oh, finally have that divorce I always wanted secretly.
Bruh, at that moment, I was like, the fuck?
Here's the thing. They finally fucking leave, and the cure for this completely would have been to get them as far the fuck away from this house and the site as possible.
Mm-hmm.
Because that's how this thing works, is it spreads, and the more it spreads, it takes over and shit. Lavinia is the only fucking survivor, really. And Ward is trying to get her out because she got fucked with real bad. The sheriff that shows up, which by the way, there's a couple of people in here that looked like they were fucking Rent-A-People from Stranger Things, okay? And I know the one you pointed out was not a Stranger Things character.
No.
Fucking sheriff looked like Rent-A-Hopper. And I thought, just in a shadowy angle, that I want to say it's Benny, the teenage kid. He looked like Renta Jonathan Byers.
Nah, he's Josh Hutchinson.
Oh, I know. As soon as you said it, I was like, I seize it and I fucks with it. I got you.
I'm telling you, if he was 10 years younger, he would have been in that role.
You probably right. But
even though he still looks like he's fucking 14.
Right. I digress, though. Ward is taking her outside because the color keeps coming or whatever the fuck, and Nathan, the sheriff, shoots him, and it's well, fuck, because he thought the aim was going towards the kid whenever he was trying to fucking shoot the entity or whatever. So sheriff shoots him. The daughter's fucking pissed, and Ward just turns around and he's looking man, these fucking crackers are crazy as shit.
Oh my God.
Ward just turns around and he just looks at him and he's like, man, fuck them kids, bro.
Oh,
and just
my God.
leaves. He's just fucking done with it.
Bolted out of there, man.
It's he starts leaving and the fucking tree kills the sheriff. It was like an Evil Dead homage right there.
Yeah.
And then the fucking, like, the other homages we were talking about were, like, the thing with the alpaca, like, the body horror elements, how the fucking alpacas were all conjoined and they looked all fucked up and shit. That was Carpenter. There's no fucking question that was the thing. Now, the cool part about the end of this film, to me, is, like, how colorful the whole fucking thing is, but whenever Lavinia eventually, like, gets fully possessed or whatever, and the color just explodes and all the colors just fucking disappear. Like, she disintegrates completely and it's just black and white dust and there's no fucking color for the longest radius around this area. I thought that was very visually, like, cool to look at.
Yes.
It's how at the end of it, he's just there. He narrated the whole fucking thing, right? So he's just there and he's just like, hey, so, I'm never drinking this fucking water again. Like, that's literally like all the takeaway that it was. It wasn't like, man, this crazy shit happened and I need to try to make a big story out of it. He's just like, bro, I ain't drinking this fucking water again.
He could have literally made any reference to, like, and that's why I don't date anymore, or that's why I'm celibate, or some bullshit.
Right, like, he gives the fucking whole South Park, I've learned something today kind of speech or whatever the fuck.
Nah, it's just, I'm not drinking water.
Right, he like, man, fuck your hydration. Don't drink no fucking water.
I'm like, okay.
That dude probably was standing on top of that bitch, and he could, like, if he didn't say, I'm never drinking this fucking water again, he probably was just looking down. He's like, man, I'm about to go have a fucking McDonald's Sprite. Fuck this shit.
Oh my God, that shit is spicy.
It is spicy. I mean, all in all, though, as far as, like, this movie goes, dude, it's definitely a fantastic fucking watch.
Yeah.
If anybody out there has it or has wanted to watch it and you've been on the fence about it, I know there was a lot of spoilers here, but the movie is not so much something to be spoiled as it is to be experienced. It's just how Mandy was, really, in that sense. For me, it was, at least.
Yeah. No, I agree.
This movie's held up really fucking well on Rotten Tomatoes.
Okay.
Like at 86%, which is damn good. Like, it's very artsy, but there's more of a straightforward plot, like, in some pieces of it. But it's, like I said, it's almost impossible to really describe this movie. Definitely experience it for yourself. And I mean, if anything, just fucking watch it for Nic Cage.
On God.
Oh, God.
Can we get an On God t-shirt?
We probably should, for real, for real. Just keep it 100. This should be bussing. Visit supermediabrospodcast.com, oh God, for past, present, and future episodes. Check out all the other shows on the OddPods Media Network by visiting oddpodsmedia.com. Subscribe to us on YouTube. Follow us on social media. Buy some merch. We were talking about the merch a while ago. We need an On God shirt, but if you want us to make an On God shirt, you got to buy the OGs.
On God.
On God. Keep it 100.
No cap.
Our merch be bussin'.
Low key, that shit fire, cuh.
Mm-hmm.
That's what we need. We need it to be like, have a fucking, like, have it like the triangle, that we have.
Yeah.
And then On God right here.
Yeah.
Like a little patch. And then on the back, like it's a fucking jersey, put cuh.
69.
Yeah.
Sounds like a wiener. So, yeah, we'll get those shirts rolled out. We never rolled out the fucking, we never rolled out the Hulkamania t-shirt.
I know.
Idea.
I looked to go buy it the other day.
We need to do it.
Newsflash, world's best boss over here, he never gives me a fucking uniform. I have to go buy our own merch. So I was sitting there like, well, shit, I want the fucking Hulkamania themed one.
When's that dropping?
Yeah. I went to go cop a fucking shirt. Motherfucker ain't even there. The fuck? Get my union rep. This bullshit.
Well, speaking of getting union reps, we are going to be talking about the CM Punkless Full Gear coming up next week from AEW. Yeah, I went there because I know for a fucking fact that before we even get into the pay-per-view itself, we're probably going to talk about how much shit has been fucked up in the last couple months.
Yeah, I'm pretty gutted about the whole thing, dude. Because I spent like 80% of my life defending this dude. And as it seems, things can always come out. But as it seems, it's not good.
Yeah. But one thing I can say is that we know for a fact there is going to be a cage match, so that the actual Rage in the Nic Cage November name lives up to the legitimate reason it was called that.
Bet.
Anyway, we're definitely going to be bringing you the AEW Full Gear review next week, and then we're going to cap the month off with a Nic Cage film that was just released here recently called Prisoners of the Ghostland.
Right on.
So I guess it's time to get the fuck out of here and find those mushrooms that we were missing and watch this again. I mean, maybe, I don't know.
I'll take a look.
Yeah, I'll look into it. Thank you guys for hanging out with us again. This has been Color Out of Space, episode 250. Until next time, I'm Richie.
I'm Devin.
Shades on.
We're off.